All right, let's get right into it. Welcome to today's Explainer, where we're breaking down the ultimate playbook to entirely reclaim your life. We are talking about moving from being a frustrated spectator to becoming the active creator of your own reality. If you've been feeling stagnant lately, well, you are in exactly the right place. So let's dive in.
Let's kick things off with a pretty hard truth. If your goals keep dying by February and those vision boards you spent hours and hours putting together just aren't working, listen to me, it's not because you lack talent. And it is certainly not because you're short on luck. You know something has to change, but you just can't quite put your finger on the actual problem.
The reality, you aren't failing because of external factors or some lack of opportunity. You are literally leaking personal autonomy everywhere. You've just let your grip on the steering wheel slip. But starting tonight, we fix that by mastering the 3 specific controls you've probably ignored your entire life.
Okay, so here is the roadmap for our explainer today. 1. Why you feel stuck. 2. Control 1, your input. 3. Control 2, your output. 4. Control 3, your foundation. And finally, 5. The ultimate choice.
Jumping right into section 1, why you feel stuck, and specifically, the trap of external blame.
You see, most people never realize that true power isn't out there in the world, it's entirely an inside job. There is a really stark contrast here. Staying stuck means pointing the finger at the economy, your boss, or just plain bad luck. Winning, on the other hand, requires you to shift entirely to internal accountability. That means owning your actions, your routines, and your mindset. Taking the responsibility away from external luck and placing it firmly onto internal structure is absolutely crucial. Because if you can't control yourself, you simply cannot win.
Which brings us perfectly to Section 2, Control 1, your input.
This is all about what you feed your brain every single day. Think of your mind like a garden. Whatever you plant is exactly what's going to grow. Let's be honest with ourselves for a second. What are you planting right now? If you're grabbing your phone before your feet even hit the floor in the morning, wow, you are planting poison. You're feeding your inner critic with negativity and diminishing your potential before the day even begins.
This right here is how the winners behave. You absolutely have to treat your attention as the most valuable currency you own. You need to swap that social media drama for educational podcasts or books from leaders in your field. Take the Bill Gates strategy, for example. He would famously isolate himself for weeks just to protect his focus and read. You produce exactly what you consume, so you really have to guard that input fiercely.
So here is your practical application. We'll call it the 7-day morning input rule. Stop starting your day by reacting to the whole world and start it with real intention using these 3 exact steps. Step 1, absolutely zero phone or news for the first 30 minutes. Step 2, read 10 pages of a book or listen to a 15-minute educational podcast. Step 3, write down 1 new idea. That's it. Do this and your thoughts will actually stop fighting you and start working for you.
All right, moving to Section 3, Control 2, your output.
Because look, controlling your input is really only half the battle, right? Talk is cheap, and this second control is where almost everyone gets completely trapped. This brings us to analysis paralysis. It's the act of spending all your energy on motion and research, resulting in absolutely zero actual output or progress. I mean, you might even be doing this right now. Spending 3 weeks researching the perfect workout routine or watching endless self-improvement videos as a substitute for actually improving yourself. That is confusing motion with actual needle-moving action.
There's this massive, massive gap between professional planners and amateur doers. Professional planners get stuck in endless research, perfectionism, and generate zero real output. Amateur doers, on the other hand, have a huge action bias. Let's say 2 people want to start a business. The professional planner spends 6 months perfecting a business plan and a logo. The amateur doer? They just make 1 single sales call a day. 6 months later, the planner is literally still getting ready, and the doer actually has clients, real-world feedback, and unstoppable momentum.
So here is what I want you to commit to for the next week, the Daily Output Pact. Here's the framework. Step 1, choose 1 core action. Maybe it's a 20-minute workout, making a sales call, or writing 300 words. Step 2, set a timer for 25 minutes, leave your phone in another room entirely, and just execute, no matter how you're feeling that day. Step 3, put a big X on a calendar each day. Do not break that chain. This physically proves to your brain that you are no longer someone who just thinks about things, you are someone who does them.
Okay, Section 4, Control 3, your foundation.
Now, let's explore something that, frankly, almost everyone completely ignores right before they blame the universe for their failures. There's this profound quote, "You don't rise to your goals, you fall to your environment." Willpower is finite.
It really is. This means your environment, whether it acts as a launch pad lifting you up or a heavy anchor dragging you down, will ultimately dictate your success.
Let's break that foundation down. First up, people. You are the exact average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Chronic complainers are literal taxes on your dreams. Second, physical space. A cluttered desk isn't just untidy, it creates this subconscious stress that drains your willpower. Third, routines. 2 a.m. scrolling leaves you operating on absolute fumes. Look at Cristiano Ronaldo, right? His legendary output isn't based on some fleeting feeling of daily motivation. No way. It's built on a rock-solid foundation of a clean environment and incredibly strict routines.
To fix this, you're going to execute the foundation cleanse over the next 7 days. We need to ensure your environment makes winning easier than losing. Step 1. Reduce contact with energy-draining people. You don't need a dramatic movie scene, just be busy. Step 2. Completely clean one physical space, like your desk or your bedroom. Step 3. Set and strictly stick to a fixed lights-out sleep time. You are building your launch pad here.
All right, Section 5, the ultimate choice. Let's bring all 3 of these controls together.
Let's imagine 2 completely identical people stuck in a job they just tolerate. Person A changes absolutely nothing. They keep scrolling, they keep complaining, they live in a messy room, and a year later, they remain completely stuck. Person B, however, takes back control. They do their morning reading input, they hit their 25-minute daily output pact, they clean their desk, and they start building real, tangible momentum. And look at the compounding effect of that choice over time. Week 1 is a hard struggle, for sure. But by month 1, there's an actual psychological shift from shame to pride. By month 6, they've actually mastered a brand new skill. And by year 1, they've got a new job, a pay raise, and newfound respect. Person B didn't win the lottery. They just utilized small, highly structured, daily actions to completely rebuild their reality over the course of 12 months.
Which brings us to one final, completely unavoidable question. Will you take control or remain a spectator? Closing this explainer and changing nothing simply reinforces the exact identity you're trying so hard to outgrow. So, what's it going to be? Will you use this frustration as fuel? Start your playbook tonight